Hello everyone, welcome back to Vampyr. Last episode we had a boss fight, and with Harriet Jones's daughter, which was very dramatic, and I had my ass beat a few times, but you know, it happens. In this episode we have a few duties. I have to return to the hospital for a very urgent matter, and then we have some side quests to do in this area, and you know, the main story. So I'll be back with you soon. Alright. So, the moment of truth. This is for a nerd, a botanist that I know. No, I am doing this for you.
Done.
Yeah, pure water. I watered the plant. I'm amazing, aren't I? Right, anyways. We have this thing to up. Now we have this. Wait, one. Points instantly. What's the point? I don't understand. Okay, I have that. I need more rivets. I think actually, yes, I do. In those rivets. Awesome, I'm fully stocked on things. Yeah, I can just sell all these. Also, I have white force. I need 5. Forget I said anything. Let's see if we can upgrade the shotgun. Of course we can. 5 stun projectiles hit targets. Oh, it's a shotgun that's stunned. Okay. I might as well slap it on both of these weapons. Hold on. Awesome. Let's go to here and let's level it up. Okay, so that's, you know, stamina is not much of a problem right now, so absorption, sure. Oops. Early. Powder. 5 blood points. Good like that. Gotta upgrade the steak, yes. Not much point at this time. Anyways, let me just quickly some of these. I'm gonna have 2 of each, just in case, you never know. Perfect. Awesome. So, I'm going to do this now. I want to respect my points. I want to see, like I want to try some other things. So I'm going to reset to level 1. Cool. Let's upgrade this. Oh, I have to upgrade step by step, okay. Close range target, go through. Just gonna try and, you know, try different things, just out of curiosity. Alright, bite, my beloved. I'm still leaning into the bite, so don't even worry about that. The bite is my one true love in this game. I'll grab this because it's useful to have. Very useful. Kind of considering grabbing blood barrier. Let's try it. Why not? Cool. Okay, let's have the ability to carry more syringes. Let's upgrade our health a little bit. I said a little bit, didn't I? Oh well. Back to get some more stamina. Stamina is nice to have. Alright, hold on. I need to focus on some other things first. Which I'm good on other things. Let's get this to maximum brown. Let's get this to maximum brown. Like, I don't want to waste all of my points. I want to try this. I want to try the Abyss. It seems very fun, so we'll give it a try. Okay, bite. I'm definitely putting some extra points into the bite. 700%. I can go all the way, but I'm gonna hold back a little. Just I need to make sure I spend my points carefully. Alright, so that puts me at that. Let's see, how much does this cost? 2,000, sure. I have 3,000 points more left. The blood capacity, option, fight, health. I feel like we should double down on the fight. Yes, okay. 2,000. I don't know if I want to go further. How much is the stamina? 1,000. How much is the health? 1,100. Let's go with more stamina. And that's all I'm gonna spend. Alright. We'll see how this feels. If I don't like the claw, I'll go back to the blood spear. Okay, hospital's fine. It's fine. Are there any more sick? Seem like it. Merchants have changed. West End is... yes. Nobody else got sick. Cool. Well, alright then. Nothing bad happened. Are you doing okay, Flower? Well, I hope so. Let's speak to Edgar real quick, and then we'll go back to the main story.
What news, Jonathan? I've heard you've now joined the vampire elite of London.
Did Elizabeth tell you?
So it's Elizabeth now. My. Things are moving quickly. I turn my back for a moment and away you go.
Have you seen Lady Ashbury recently?
Yes, she popped in yesterday. Told me about your new friends in the West End.
Just a courtesy visit, then?
Yes, and no. She was en route to the docks, I think, following a lead concerning your maker.
Fascinating.
I may have found the source of the contagion. Doris Fletcher, the actress. Thankfully, in the end, she was destroyed by fire.
Really? Oh, please, do tell me more.
Doris was a heavily mutated skull. Almost a new breed entirely. It's as if the disease had completely altered her mind and body. Highly contagious.
As if the disease had taken control of her will?
Yes. Once a beautiful and brilliant woman, she became motivated by hate alone.
Oh, she was a beauty. I met her when she visited the hospital to cheer up the sick. Too bad the fire destroyed her. But it was probably for the best.
Have you heard of similar cases?
No, I don't think so. Except, perhaps, it reminds me of an old report from the Brotherhood. Well, more an article, really.
What was it about?
The author, a friar, referred to a rare form of contagion in a skull he observed during the Black Death. The carrier was always female. They called them icals.
Okay.
How's the situation at the Pembroke?
We're still holding out. Question is, for how long? What we really need is hope, Jonathan. Hope for a better tomorrow.
I'll come back later. Thank you, Edgar.
Always a pleasure to see you, my friend.
Alright, we are nearby Emily's house. I need to find a way inside. Oh, Kimura, hello.
We meet again, Mr. Kimura. In a more peaceful situation.
Dr. Reed. Still visiting London by night?
We must both be nocturnal animals, you and I. After your captivity, I thought you'd be more cautious.
Breathing the cold night air helps calm my mind, sir. I've had the most frightening nightmares since I escaped that filthy jail.
Yeah? Don't tell me about it.
How is the situation in the West End?
I've heard rumors about armed men patrolling and fighting infected citizens in these very streets. I was lucky they didn't shoot me when I was abducted.
May I ask you what you do for a living, Mr. Kimura?
I was a landlord. A wealthy one. And not a very kind one, I realized recently.
Why this sudden epiphany? Is it because of your near-death experience?
I was already feeling nostalgic about Weymouth, my hometown. With recent events, I'm thinking about going back there.
Fascinating.
What can you tell me about your abduction?
If you really want to know, I was locked in that building for 3 or 4 days. My jailer was insane, mumbling about sacrifice and voices.
Oh.
What did he say about voices?
He constantly whined about the voice of his master, ordering him to do terrible things. He wanted to silence the voice by offering blood. My blood.
And why didn't he sacrifice you?
That was the weirdest part. He claimed to spill blood was not enough. It had to be done when some stars were aligned.
Which stars?
That's the whole point. He wanted me to talk to him about some Red Queen configuration or constellation. I've never heard of such an astronomical term.
Why are you so nostalgic for your hometown, Tadao?
I was focused so much on making money, I almost forgot that my relatives and friends are threatened by this epidemic.
Have you heard anything from your family?
I was not only a bad landlord, I was also a bad husband. I've not seen my wife and son for years. Busy, busy, busy.
At least now you're ready to go back and see them. But don't be surprised if your son bears a grudge, sir.
You make it sound like you suffered from an absent father yourself, Dr. Reed.
Hello.
Well, I'll keep your warning in mind.
Have you no friends at all?
Over the years, I'm afraid my greed turned me into my friend's adversary, while I became friends with my professional rivals.
Those you grew up with didn't share your views on money and success.
Would you believe I was once a member of poetry circles and an astronomy club? We were young, such joyful dreamers then. But I stopped laughing long ago.
At least you're realizing that you're
Can
dumb.
you change? And is it what you really want? If so, it must come from within, not without.
I've seen what an altruistic gesture can do. Nothing forced you to save me, Dr. Reed, but you did. I will follow your example in these matters from now on.
Oh, just don't become a vampire.
There is no need to thank me. Rescuing a London citizen should not be out of the ordinary, though I'm afraid it may appear so in these difficult times.
You did not only rescue me, you fought for me. You put your life in danger to save me. That's quite extraordinary.
How will you cope if you're attacked again?
I don't know. I've heard about these men and women who patrol the West End every night, chasing criminals like my abductor. Maybe I should
Please
join them.
don't, please don't, please don't.
Tell me, Tadao, why was your abductor so interested in your passion for astronomy?
I don't know. We met a few times at the Royal Greenwich Observatory. He seemed to share my hobby. Then he invited me to his house and locked me in.
Yes, astronomy is a fascinating subject. When I was a child, my mother bought a small telescope for my sister and I. We spent many a pleasant evening stargazing.
Stars are not just dots in the sky, Doctor. They are the key to our understanding of the cosmos. They remind us how insignificant we are.
You're right. But children love magic and stories. I remember our mother told us constellations have the power to protect us.
Protection by the light of the stars. That's sweet. You remember the name of these constellations?
Draco.
Cygnus. The constellation that was supposed to protect Mary.
Memory's a strange thing. I can recite without hesitation the names of the 88 constellations, yet I barely remember my own childhood.
Did he fake his interest in astronomy to get close to you?
No. In his madness, he spoke about a blood sacrifice to be made to his master when the stars aligned to a specific configuration.
Fascinating. Well, thank you.
Goodbye, Mr. Kimura. Take care.
Okay, how do I get inside now? Seems like I take the alleyway.
I almost forgot what it feels like to live an ordinary life.
Oh, this seems like I have to take this alleyway to her apartment. Oops, sorry. Wrong button. Wrong button again. Okay, it should be here. Can I open this door? Yes, I can. Trash can. Nothing? I'm offended. Well, this should be her home. Oh, wait. Wait, what? Am I supposed to park all my way there? Wait, what? Should be here, no? Oh. Gate Emily's house. Yeah, it looks like I should be able to park over there, don't I? Like, it looks like I can jump there. There. Huh, weird. Is there any other way to get here? No. Seem like it. Oh man. I'll be back when I figure this out.
Hello.
You know that you are always welcome here. What do you...
Talk about anything else? No. Right, well, you're doing well health-wise.
I'm so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
I am so confused as to how to get to Emily. I remember there was something on the second floor. I don't know what specifically. A second. Yeah, because this is the opposite of Emily's house. Oh my lord. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Well, there you go. That's how you get to Emily's house.
No invitation is needed to enter this building. That can't be a good sign. No
Yes.
sign of a struggle. It seems Charlotte's friend knew the killer and let him in.
That's concerning. Hey, this is her entire apartment. Oh, there's a door. Can't leave though. Wait. Aha.
I should follow the trail.
Where does it lead, John? Oh, there. Good thing my legs are made of steel. Doesn't matter if I fall from a great distance. Seems like it goes this way. Hello. Okay, so that goes there. Let's see how this feels to use. Oh, it's fast. That's nice. Doesn't consume my stamina rapidly. What are you snacking on? You should stop that. Alright. Didn't combo because I have so much stamina. Let's go. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, let's continue following the trail. What are you doing over here? You trouble rouser.
What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question.
I'm the Marquis de Bois-Colombes, and I strongly invite you to find your own game, sir.
I'm not here to sustain myself. I'm currently investigating the death of a young woman killed by a vampire.
A young woman killed by a vampire? Oh, you're joking, right? Oh, I do love the British sense of humor.
And who exactly are you?
I am Jacques-Michel Guillaume Florimond de Marquis de Bois-Colombes, at your service, my dear cousin.
You're French, but your English is quite good.
I was born in France, sir, but I consider myself a traveler of this world. So many countries, so many tantalizing tastes.
Dear cousin, are we related?
We could be of the same blood, my dear. I tend to consider all Econs as family, don't you?
What are you doing here?
I recently decided to visit London. I've always dreamed of visiting a city on the verge of collapse. Such a delicate, yet intense spectacle.
You take pleasure from others' misery.
I have been a totally depraved and immoral creature since the day I was reborn, sir. And probably before.
What
Alright.
do you plan to do here?
Take pleasure. Take pictures. Enjoy the show. Have fun. Believe me, I won't be the only foreign immortal who bought a ticket to the fair.
I followed the trail of blood from her room to here.
Oh, you're referring to that young woman. Yes, the meeting turned messy. I'm afraid I ruined my last wedding good.
So you admit you murdered her?
I admit nothing, my good sir. I only regret the blood of that girl staining my clothes. That
What the
blood can be
fuck?
So messy.
What happened?
She wanted to become one of us. Not the first time I have received such a proposal, but I must admit her direct approach tempted me.
And then what?
The body rejected my blood. It happens, you know, sometimes even with voluntary prey. At least her gurglings brought me some fun, until the artery burst.
Your
What the
cruelty
fuck?
deserves punishment, sir.
And what else is new?
Ow! Hold on. Time to use this thing. Oh my god, the animation is sick. Okay, I see why the people like the claw now. A lot of money though. I just did kill the icon. Do you want to though, Jonathan? Like that, it might be a bit depressing for her. Alright, all I need to do is like add a stun to this thing and I'm good. Technically I do have the pistol, but I don't have the ammo to sustain it because it shoots 3 at a time. Oh, poor Charlotte. About to receive the news of her friend becoming a vampire, yum-yums. I can't believe I just said that. Oh man. EB.
Right to vote is only the first.
Good evening, Miss Ashbury.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed.
I have found out what happened to your friend, Emily.
I can handle the truth. There's no need to hide the bloody details.
Your friend was planning to become a vampire. She thought she'd met an honest one and made a deal with him. Unfortunately, Emily did not survive the process.
My mother told me many times about the risks of being turned.
Yep.
I often suspected she exaggerated the danger to avoid me being tempted.
No, the risk is real. Have you any idea what a body has to endure? To become an organism entirely consumed by its need to process and recombine blood.
I should never have talked to Emily about vampires. I never thought she'd actually try it without me.
Yep, it's on your hands.
Thank you, sir. Here, take this for your discretion.
Charlotte's steak,
Goodbye.
holy shit, okay. Well, I'm sorry, I would be remiss if I didn't put some points into this now.
Charlotte, give my best regards to your mother when you see her.
She's been quite busy these...
Yes, I'm aware. You told me this many times. Alright, investigation is complete. Do you have any more investigations? Yes, let's quickly do this, because this guy is hungry. Needs food. Where would I... There's one in this proximity. Where would I find a restaurant here?
Noticed anything suspicious recently? Remember, don't let any strangers come into your house.
Not gonna be there, that's for sure. Exceptional restaurant for him. Oh, hello.
I'm sure Kaloon Russell has no interest in such a conventional menu.
What is the menu? Let me read. Steaks, liver bacon, saltfish, egg, fruiterer, green... Anyways, he's right, he doesn't. We have 2 more places to visit, and, you know, all fun and games, I suppose. Oh, wow! This looks fancy.
No civilians allowed, sir.
A leech! A leech!
This. Blind Gourmet's menu.
A restaurant where the guests are blindfolded before being seated. Intriguing.
Intriguing.
Die, vermin! We have to stop it!
Go. Take it easy. I still have a way to do stamina damage. Hello, what is that? Oh, a good double barrel shotgun. Neat. Somebody fought for their life here. Let's see what is going on. What can we discover on the floor? I haven't found any white phosphorus yet in the wild. Well, I guess this will be for later. Something. Oh, how do I get inside? Get inside, please. Let me get inside. I wanna see what they're having fun with. Ooh, we can. Wonderful. And they're enjoying their meal. Be a shame if some British gentleman was to ruin it. full bites too. Nice, alright.
More Braille.
Nice, three
I
out
should
of
bring
4.
this to Mason Swanborough.
3 out of 4 Braille, let's go. I need 1 more, I believe. 5 shillings. Huh. Awesome. Oh, there we go. Another thing done. Let's go speak to Mr. Cahoon. What should you eat tonight?
Good evening.
Hello. You have anything else to tell me about you?
I have found a restaurant that could satisfy you, Mr. Russell. The most intriguing and exotic restaurant in London.
Really? You have piqued my interest. Where is it?
It's a place where you eat in complete darkness and try to identify your meal without anything but your palate.
My, oh my, how interesting. It could even be fun to eat a little poisson et frites that way. Oh, thank you, Dr. Reed. Please, have this for your research.
Whoa!
I may have a look.
Generous, holy shit. He paid me a lot there. Here you go, have a link pen, because I won't be needing it. Right, what are you selling? Selling goods. You're selling white phosphorus? I mean, I do kind of need that. I just ignore the fact that white phosphorus is a horrible thing. What is the one thing I am lacking in? There is like a few materials I am lacking in. I don't know what I'm lacking in. I was lacking in something. Oh, yeah, aluminium powder. Some kind of gas on. Does he have any? No, he doesn't. Yeah, I don't really have anything to take off his hands except like maybe these. There we go. That's a lot more money wasted. Cool. 1 more investigation done. What's left? We have this one, but I have no idea where to find it. We'll find it eventually, I'm sure. But for now, I can't really help him with this. Oops, my bad. So, I guess we'll get back to the main quest then. Oh, there is one thing I need to try when we get inside. Hello, dear boy. There was a door that I couldn't open before, but I might be able to open now because I have the key. Said door. Not that door.
I have a boat ready to go whenever I want.
Oh!
These hunters won't catch me.
I'll talk to you in a second. I need to find the basement first. Or a way into the basement. Is this it? Yes, it is. Let's see what kind of skeletons they're hiding in here. Of the recreational use of blood. As Ascalon members, we always tend to respect etiquette. We are in all ways members of the good society, sometimes recognized as public figures. We do not find our delight in orgies and bloodbath, like our adversaries had thought we do. And if one of us were caught in such caricatured and immoral act, he would receive the appropriate opprobrium. But what about the blood? What about its recreational use? How could we deny the ecstasy the vermilion ambrosia brings us? And I'm sorry. And with what else could we toast with, as any good fraternity should? To answer this delicate question, the law of conduct inside the club goes as follows. As long as the original mortal vessel is not brought inside our walls, each member is allowed to drink whatever he wants, for his own usage or to share it with friends. Drink what you want, deal the way you want the original vessel, but never inside the club, unless I personally authorize it on some special occasion. From the Law of Ascalon, by Lord Grave, the founder. Is this all? I was expecting money, I was expecting loot. I was expecting so much. I was expecting corpses. On every corner? Man. I guess it makes sense, but man. Just a normal basement. Hello, Ashbury.
Elizabeth, what are you doing here?
I've been formally asked to witness your triumph, my dear. After all, isn't it the natural role of a woman to support her man in victory?
But it's you who insisted I join the Ascalon.
Please forgive my giddiness. I'm just overcome by the thrill of finally being allowed within these hallowed halls.
You certainly have an inquisitive mind. It's quite something. Elizabeth Ashbury, only you can make me smile in these times.
And the
That's
same
adorable.
to you, Jonathan Reed. Now go have your little chat with the chairman. I can see he's practically bursting to hear your report.
I will, alright. If you insist. Hello, Redgrave. Where are you?
Perhaps we should change some of the club's rules if we survive all of this.
Welcome back to the Ascalon Club, Lancebearer. Please tell us the good news. Have you put an end to the epidemic?
My hypothesis was correct. Doris Fletcher was the source of the contagion in this part of town. She was probably the first to be infected.
And you cleansed her before the hunters, I've been told. Well done, Dr. Reed. You thrust your lance and pierced the very heart of the corruption.
But some questions remain.
The important thing is, we won a major battle for the survival of London. For that, we salute you.
Thank you, my lord.
Now, I have another task for you.
Oh my lord, right.
One of the utmost importance. Perhaps even more so than the previous.
I'm listening.
It's time for you to perform a most sacred duty for the club. I want you to recruit a new vampire.
Recruit a new vampire? Are you sending me on some sort of diplomatic mission?
Not exactly. I want you to make Aloysius Dawson the
Do I have
he
to?
deserves to be.
I'm not sure I'm the best candidate for such a task.
I can hear the hesitation in your voice, Dr. Reed. I admire a man of principles. But in this
I'm sorry if
matter,
you hear something in the
more at
background.
stake than your moral comfort.
It's not a moral question, Lord Redgrave. It's the responsibility of giving immortality to a man I barely know.
Nonsense. Aloysius has been a member of the Ascalon for years. This is but the fruition of a long-held plan.
How would you like me to proceed?
Aloysius is waiting for you at the Dawson estate. Once the deed is done, I'll join you there to celebrate this momentous occasion.
Before I go, I have a few questions.
All right, I'm listening.
Why Aloysius Dawson?
Because he is about to die, and he just may be the most influential man in England. After me, of course.
After me, of course.
Did he choose me?
No, I did. My decision is very recent, to say the least, but it is entirely mine.
Does he know I'm coming?
He can't wait to become your progeny, Dr. Reed. Especially now that you have shown how strong your lineage is through your sister.
Bruh.
You invited Lady Ashbury. Wouldn't that be breaking one of your cardinal rules? No women allowed.
Not allowed as members, no. But considering the circumstances, I thought you'd like to have her here to witness your triumph.
So it's a temporary.
Something of a bargain, considering the crisis we're currently facing.
How would you like me to proceed?
Don't worry. Aloysius has had many years to prepare himself. He has studied our kind for decades.
So shall I just let him drink my blood?
Yes. Aloysius will gratefully sup on your blood. His heart will slow, then stop. But he will rise again as one of us, an immortal.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Any danger?
Our blood alters a mortal body so deeply that some don't survive the metamorphosis. They die.
Yeah, like Emily.
For good. But Mr. Dawson has been preparing himself for a long time.
Isn't
Goodbye,
there...
Lord Redgrave.
isn't there any danger in the fact that he, is old? Well.
Are you all right, Jonathan?
No.
Lord Redgrave has just ordered me to turn Aloysius Dawson, to make him my progeny.
I see. And how do you feel about this?
I'd like your advice on the matter.
The real question here is, why has his lordship given you this task?
Do you think it's some sort of trap?
Do you really want to know what I think about
Yes.
I do, yes.
To make an immortal of a soulless blackguard like Aloysius Dawson will only lead to a disaster for London. The man is already dead inside.
Should I refuse? Perhaps politely suggest that Lord Redgrave turn the man into a vampire himself.
Don't you dare, my dear. According to what I've recently discovered, his lordship could kill you for even broaching the subject.
Really? Why?
I've recently found proof that the Earl of Bristol is of lesser lineage and only capable of creating skulls.
There we go.
Please tell me more about your recent investigation.
As long as you lower your voice.
What would you have me do about Dawson?
He did lower his voice, let's go.
Did you know he plans to build a wall to separate the healthy
Yes, I'm aware.
rich from the sickly poor? Do not make him your progeny.
What would you do?
The man's dying already. Let the Reaper harvest the rotten fruit that is his soul.
What would happen if I made Dawson an Ekon like myself?
You would add a powerful immortal into a suffering world. An immortal who already craves authority.
Maybe I could teach him control, like you taught me. Lead him down the right path.
Mr. Dawson spent his life searching for a way to cheat death. I'm sure he has spent decades dreaming of how he'd spend eternity as a tyrant.
Are you sure your information about Redgrave is correct? He says he's the progeny of the great knight William Marshall, who lived some 9 centuries ago.
That's a lie. Lord Redgrave is unable to create anything but skulls.
Fascinating.
If the poor souls survive at all.
Fascinating.
How can you be sure the information was correct?
I made the acquaintance of a most interesting informer while investigating your maker, from whom I learned the truth
From
about
Bridget.
Lord
Let me guess, from Bridget.
Why so vindictive? You suddenly sound like you're angry.
Forgive me, Jonathan. I hate myself for it, but I feel such pride in my discovery.
I respect
I'm afraid
that.
I just can't help it.
Which is?
He did serve William Marshall. And yes, the blood he covets as a token does truly belong to that legendary knight. But he was never his progeny. His lineage is not so noble.
That's awesome.
Elizabeth.
Goodbye, my dear. Please, be careful.
No. I'm guessing a weird choice is coming up. Well, I guess when we get there, we get there.
It looks like
Alright.
vampires have to obey Mendel's laws when producing progeny. Powers pass from one generation to another. That's why Dawson wants me to sire him.
Oh man, this is going to be a weird choice, isn't it? I'm a bit nervous. I've gotten so far with only making one mistake, because it seems like Sean is absolutely fine. Hello, Privet Cadet. Priven. I didn't see. Priven. Hello, boy. Uh-oh. Almost printed. Yay!
Murdering bastard! Burn, vermin!
Did you just throw pocket sand at me? Thank you for the pocket sand at me. Hold on. I'm gonna do a 1 and a 2.
Over there! There's one of them vermin!
I just want you to have a bite. Man, what an awesome ability.
You're mine, vermin!
Bite. It almost feels like we're back to the start of the game. When I was running around with machete. Feels good, honestly. Like, it really does feel good. It's been so long since we were at that point of the game. I'm just having a look around. I'm sure you guys don't mind. Maybe let's not. Also creepy as fuck, the fact that his eyes are like glowing like that. I forgot again. Okay, how do I keep forgetting about the fact that they blow up? Really stupid of me, isn't it? Anyways, let's continue. Oh man, I am not looking forward to this decision. Fair enough. Ouch, alright. Really? That got me. I'm just swinging. I need a bite. Another bite. Not a chance. Die. She's alive! Man, I really don't like the explosive fart they do. You might ask, am I a pussy? For not wanting to fight that beast? No, I'm just not in the mood to fight one. That's a lot of blood. This seems to be a hideout. No, those are some footsteps which are not small. But we found a new hideout, so cool. We have some time before we meet a little friend. I didn't sell that, well shit, alright. Whatever. Well, obviously we want to lean into this. There we go, this should be a beautiful, beautiful weapon now. We have another shotgun. Is that a... No. Go upstairs. He was here. A beautiful bed. And all that ammo I saved up is just gone now. As I said, very nice that Jonathan has like made out of steel. You can keep on screaming, I don't really care. Ooh, shadow icon.
I think this passage could lead me close to Aloysius Dawson's body.
Stop that! Nobody likes a cunt. Lamo! My turn. Oh my god, that thing is so strong! I managed to lock him down entirely. That was awesome. There was a door. Oh, fixed the blaster. A blood symbol. Let's go. There was a door that I decided not to open. I think I'm gonna open it, just in case if it's like, you know, two-sided or whatever.
It's locked, all right.
Ah, interesting. Well, I will remember there is some sort of chest there. Where was the door again? Was it here? Also, Jonathan said something about that thing. So I'm gonna go down that path. Because that seems more fun. And there is one thing I like, it is fun. Quarantine, I'm aware. You know, much as I love the two-handed club, I think it's time for us to part ways, my beloved. You served me well, really well, I think. But, you know, it's time for something else to take your spot. Man, I fucking... Right, there we go. I will replace you with, Axe, I guess. About my dreams of being a maniac or something. And let's grab a shotgun. I don't feel too comfortable using the pistol yet. Because of how limited my ammo is for it. Am I? Yes, okay. Wondering if I'm in the right place. Unnatural selection. A great name. Oops. Oh.
I have this thirst for blood.
I have this thirst for blood. You can't blame me for wanting to make sure I don't miss anything. Like, you see money! Free cash! I'd be sad if I missed that.
I cannot enter.
Yeah, like most things in life you can't enter.
Die!
The fuck are you? Hold on, I have something for you. It's a funny. Ouch. Wait, was that all? Man, their screams are actually quite chilling. Am I foolish? I am running circles around you, boy. I don't strike. Fight. I'm genuinely running circles around you. How can I be foolish? Oh my god. This guy doesn't stand a chance. Hold on. I have a shotgun. Ow. Ow. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, calm down. Protection of Jonathan Reed on my side, and you're dead. The violence of Woolcoats. Never let the size of a Woolcoat fool you. These massive bastards can be as quick as any leech, and it can be put down. The same way, by puncturing and pinning the rotten carcass to the ground before beheading them. Remember, it's all about preparation and exploiting your target's weaknesses. The problem, of course, is that Woolcoats have no weaknesses. They're strong, fast, sensible, and deadly. They're killing machines. One simple goal: to put their huge claws around your neck. So, if any of you lads are unlucky enough to ever face a Woolcoat, just remember this: dodge and make it mad. Hurt it, taunt it, and make it lose its temper. Woolcoats' brains lose it when irritated enough. They stop thinking and start blindly attack. This is your only chance to win, by gaining tactical advantage against a stupid beast. From Know Your Enemies by Carl Eldridge, proven leader. It's a shame, really. You had me spooked there for a second. He unleashed, when he punched me 2 times and my health just like disappeared. I'm like, oh! Hold on. Maybe you should slow down a little, sir. I'm gonna spend the next 30 seconds healing myself, slowly. And jump up there. where I can look around. Oh, looking around is a waste of time, unfortunately. Fucking... Oh. I still like the blood spear. Like, let me make sure this is clear. I still love the blood spear. It's just... this thing is really nice to flow in your combat. I might still go back to blood spear though. I really like the blood spear.
It's locked.
It's locked, alright. Okay, well, hold on then. What's here? Oh, hello. Soiled letter. My name is Robert Teasdale. To whomever may find this message, please try to help me. My daughter Louise disappeared a few weeks ago. She was seen for the last time in a bar in the neighborhood. Not the one where she works as a waitress, but another one. Dancing Trout. Two witnesses saw her leave the place with an elegant and unknown man, maybe a foreigner. There are many rumors of men and women vanishing in the area. I am convinced my Louise has been abducted and is kept somewhere nearby. I know the police will not help, for they already have more important things to do. So I have decided to look for my Louise myself. If you find this letter, it means I failed saving her. My Louise is a good girl who does not deserve to die like this. She is of medium size with dark hair and a scar on the right cheek. Please search for her and finish this work for me.
Louise's
God bless you.
father was determined to find and save her.
Right, access to here. Seems like she's in these very sewers. Hopefully I can find her. Hope she won't be too sad about the fact that her dad might be dead. Oh, might be. Is dead. Did I go here? Yes, I did. I need to follow this path. Oh yes, my favorite minigame with the pipes again. Yay! Last time it took me embarrassingly long. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. Can jump up there. Alright, well, time to fuck around with water levels, I guess. Now, what do you do? Raise the level like this. So I need to turn this one. Yay, that was fast. Now I understand how Victorian England pipe systems work. And nothing is hard. Wait, why did I do this? Wait. Huh? Oh, I probably need to something here. Do I? Wait, what was the point of this? Ah, hold on. I'm a bit confuzzled. It was... Wait, do I need to be lower? Ooh, level 30 is cool. Well, let's have fun. Let's have some fun then. Alright, not bad. There we go. Oh wait, I see now. There's blood there. I must lower it, it seems like. The doors are gonna be locked. I need to level it. Yeah, it needs to be like that then. What I understand. Well, let's hope I'm. Oh yeah, okay. I was just being dumb. Fair enough. This is the level I needed to be at. Fair enough. That's why I need to open that door. Cool. My bad, guys. Sorry. Not the smartest. Try my best. Shotgun shells. Oh, she's here. Hope she's alright.
This is despicable.
That is very annoying.
Your prey is mine now.
Hold on, actually, you deserve some special treatment. Ow.
Stupid newborn!
Don't just call me a stupid newborn. You will pay for that. You can wait. Recent diary. 13th of October 1918. I've just arrived in London after a grueling journey from Manchester. The city is sad and despaired. It will not be difficult to find a woman willing to escape death here. I cannot wait to start my research. Soon I won't be a virgin anymore. 15th of October 1918. The cell is ready. All I must do now is to find the appropriate candidate and bring her in. She will be beautiful and gentle, with a nice temper. I have already tested my persuasion ability on a few women, and it worked most of the time. But I don't want my future bride to be submissive. I'll only use my power to bring her here. Then I'll let her then I'll tell her what I intend to do, and I'll let her accept. This is important. I want my lady to willingly accept to become my wife for eternity. 17th of October 1918. I think I have found the perfect match. Her name is Louise. She is. Alright, sorry. Smith. She is a waitress in a public house, and she is quite charming. I love her attitude when serving drink in that bar. Tough and proud. I am sure she will accept my offer once she is mine. Once the vampire blood will have achieved her metamorphosis. Her face shall heal properly, and her scars will disappear. Then she will be the perfect beauty, and I'm the only one to see right now. 18th of October 1918. I don't understand. Louise refuses my proposition. Why should she? Why would she? I promised her I would never force her to do anything, and I may let her starve a little, then she'll understand I'm her only option. Bro. Hello, Louise. I am here to save you.
Miss Teasdale, are you all right?
How do you know my name? Who are you?
My name is Dr. Reed. I managed to track you down thanks to your father.
So my father really was looking after me. This man, this vampire told me my father was dead. Is it true?
I'm afraid so, miss. I'm so sorry for your loss. But you are free to go, as your abductor is no more.
I suppose my jailer also killed my father, didn't he?
Thankfully, he did not search your father's corpse, where I found his notes describing where he might find you. You should read them.
I must find my father's body. He deserves a proper burial.
I respect that. Here you go. I can give it to her. Aww.
Goodbye, Miss Teasdale. And be careful. Until we meet again.
Yes, take care. And I hope you manage to find a way out of this hellhole. Man, this guy... Something else. Well, no. Bring one more horrible econ out of its misery. That's what Jonathan does, it seems like, these days. Well then. A common axe! Does blood pump? I just use blood. Oh, it's a two-handed! We'll give it a try later. I don't think I'm gonna use it, because I kind of like my stamina damage. You know, cool. Found another weapon. Jumping down. Superhero landing. Well done, Jonathan. And I found my way into the Dawson estate. Alright, wonderful. Let's continue. We have finally reached our target destination. Aluminium part. Let's go. That's what I needed. What the fuck? Where am I? Hello, who are you?
Good evening, Miss Price. How are you tonight?
Dr. Reed, I didn't know you had returned from the war. I had a new doctor when you left, but he's not as kind as you.
Always glad to see a former patient in good condition. It's been a long time.
Too long indeed.
I can't tell if her hands are gloved
And as a
or
token
is
of my
there something
appreciation,
horrible with them.
I'll grant you the best price if you fancy buying anything from my humble shop.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
What can you tell me about yourself, Miss
I guess it's gonna be an
I'm
extra
still
long
managing
episode.
my shop.
I'm sure you guys don't mind.
The only difference is, since the quarantine, we're open at night. You, on the contrary, seem to have changed a lot.
Really? Have I changed that much? It must have been the war and the night shifts since my return.
Don't get me wrong, Dr. Reed, you're still handsome. Just maybe a little bit wiser, more serious. It suits you well.
Are you flirting with me?
About yourself. No new fiancé? I remember you were hoping to get remarried. I'm sure you must have a few suitors.
Who would marry an old bat like myself with a grown
come
daughter
on.
and a business?
Don't
As
say
you know,
that.
I only fancy handsome men like yourself.
Have you noticed anything in particular in this part of town recently?
Other than you coming back to cheer me up? Nothing at all, Dr. Reed.
You are a very charming woman.
Does your daughter still worry you, Miss Price? I remember you were often concerned about her health when she was younger.
Have you not seen Carol since you returned? She's almost a young woman now. But she'll always remain my sweet little baby.
So you're less afraid?
Some things never
That's
change.
adorable.
Carol is still too clumsy for her own good. Sometimes her innocence puts her in real danger.
Why would her innocence put her in danger?
She does not realize how cruel life can be. Maybe I was a bad mother to protect her too much. My poor dear Carol.
You have every reason to be cautious, Miss Price. Especially in these difficult times.
Maybe you could talk with her, Dr. Reed. It would be nice to have a man here more often. We would both feel safer.
Ah, okay. Well, I can do that.
Do you know Aloysius Dawson?
Everybody knows him. He's only been to my shop once, though, looking for rare books and other intriguing antiques.
Did he buy something from you?
No, he left quickly. He almost laughed at my goods. Mr. Dawson may be a rich man, but you can't buy good manners.
But isn't Aloysius Dawson known for his philanthropy?
That was before his brother Robert died in an aeroplane crash. Since then, the remaining twin has turned into a heartless tycoon.
May
Thank
I
you.
look at your goods, Miss Price?
Yes,
It's
please show
always
me.
a pleasure to have you here, Dr. Reed. Take all the time you need.
I genuinely can't tell if there's gloves. Oh, yes. You're a lovely, lovely woman. Thank you. You're selling the good shit. No white phosphorus, though. Which is fine, you know. Can live about it. I need to buy a few of these. My money. No, I have 0 money. There we go. Yes, my addiction. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Dr. Reed, I am glad.
Why do you let me rummage your belongings? You look like a fine chap. Jeez. Ah. How do I get to? Not that way, that's for sure. I'm sure we'll get to her soon.
Good evening, sir. May I ask you what you're doing here this late hour?
Nice
I'm
beard, my man.
conducting an investigation about the epidemic in this part of town.
And who are you, sir?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. May I ask who you are? And why all the questions?
I'm Detective Inspector Charles Albright from Scotland Yard. And I don't find your answers convincing. What is a Pembroke doctor doing in the West End at this time of night?
Why would I...
I work for the Ascalon Club. Here is my permit to go freely about the city.
The Ascalon Club? You should have said so, sir. I must warn you, these streets are dangerous, and you'd better be careful.
Do you know anything in particular about a man called Aloysius Dawson?
Who doesn't know the man? I think he intervened personally to put an end to the police strike of last August.
What else can you tell me about him?
Aloysius Dawson is exactly the kind of powerful and influential man who could commit murder and get away with it, with just one phone call.
Why are you investigating at night?
Criminals rarely act in daylight, you know. But since you are also a night worker, have you noticed anything strange which requires police attention?
I'd like to report a name, Inspector.
Please do. That's hilarious.
I'm afraid he's some sort of vigilante, trying to recruit an army of angry citizens.
Then I'll write the name down and transmit this intelligence to the appropriate office. Thank you, sir.
Excuse me? Tell me about the neighborhood,
tell me
please.
about this district?
I'm the one asking questions, especially when there's a killer on the loose.
What killer? Yeah, tell me.
Killer?
I'm not going to discuss that with the civilians.
I'm no mere civilian.
The investigation I'm conducting. Perhaps I could help you.
All right, without giving you too much information, I'll tell you this. I'm convinced there is a homicidal maniac on the loose, using the epidemic to disguise his kills.
And what about the epidemic?
We both know the situation is critical, don't we, Doctor? Colleagues of mine die almost every day.
That's horrible.
What are you really doing here?
I told you. I'm a detective inspector from Scotland Yard, investigating suspicious cases in the area.
Do you work alone?
Yes, the situation is difficult for the police. Many of us are sick, and since the summer strike, most men apply a work to rule on their patrols.
What about the situation in the East End? Why are there no police there to protect the civilians?
I know, it's a shame, but we just don't have enough men to cover the entire city.
That's fair.
Tell me all you know about that homicidal maniac you're looking for.
I'm not even sure there is only one. The wounds are always the same, but the modus operandi varies. Sometimes violent and brutal, sometimes precise and swift.
How could different killers inflict the same wounds?
That's my main problem. If my theory is correct, maybe we're facing a group of individuals sharing the same violent tendencies. Perhaps a sadist cult.
Interesting, alright.
What are you investigating, exactly?
I have a missing woman, possibly abducted a few nights ago. Louise Teasdale.
I already helped her.
It seems you already found my other missing person, Mr. Tadao Kimura.
Tell me about Louise Teasdale.
I already
She's a
found
waitress. Her father reported her missing. We don't have enough men to search for her, sadly.
Do you have any idea where she could be?
No.
Jonathan, we already found her.
But I feel she's been abducted. She went to a pub a few nights ago and vanished. I thought about the sewers, but I'm not equipped for such an investigation.
Goodbye, Detective Inspector Albright.
Goodbye, Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm sure we'll talk again soon.
Yes, we will. Don't worry about that. Okay, let's open this door. Fuck, yes. Now I have an entrance to this area. Easy access. Where does the game want me to go? Who the fuck are you two?
Good evening, sir. I am Dr.
You seem
Jonathan
like
Reed.
twins.
Do you need my help?
Yes, please. Would you be kind enough to tell me what the time is?
That's all you need to know.
Well, is it not important to know? As important as where you are? Or who you are?
I suppose you're right. And who are you then, sir?
I am Agamemnon Baker. Like my brother, I think we need to leave this city immediately. And my brother and I rarely agree on anything.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
You should ask that question to my brother instead. Personally, I've not seen Aloysius for many years.
May
Yes,
I
all right.
ask why you've not gone already, if you're so exasperated by this long wait?
I believe fear is holding us back. My brother would have said it's laziness, but it's just because he's prouder than I am.
May I ask what you're doing outside at this hour of night?
I don't know. You should ask my brother instead. It was his idea in the first place.
You must have your own ideas.
From what I have managed to understand, I guess we're supposed to wait here. Waiting for someone to come.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's the only place I've considered myself happy. Or at least that's what I believe. Unfortunately, it's time to leave.
Why is that?
Because I'm not feeling happy here anymore. Are you?
I still enjoy living in London, no matter how difficult it can be sometimes.
Then I am sincerely happy for you. True happiness in life seems to be the most difficult goal to reach these days.
You're an odd one.
What can you tell me about your brother?
He's older than me, I think. But the important thing is that I really hope I'll die before him. Grief would just kill me, you know?
Is that all?
Pericles is very attached to this city, and without my insistence, he would never leave this place. We don't often agree on anything, you see.
Fair enough.
Who are you waiting for exactly?
The more I think about it, the more I believe it's not exactly a person we are waiting for.
But what else could it be then?
I don't know. A feeling? An event? An impulse? How can I tell? Something that would allow us to leave this trap.
I'm afraid I'm not following you. What kind of trap are you talking about?
Have you ever felt like life trapped you in a role that does not fit you? That you are not in your place? That sort of trap.
Trap? And you think leaving London will free you?
At least it will give us the chance to be free. That's more than our present situation. Hope, Doctor. Hope is what truly drives mankind.
I agree. Alright, let me speak to
Goodbye
your
for
brother.
now, Mr. Baker. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I be of assistance?
Dr. Reed? Dr. Reed?
Is there anything wrong?
No, it's just... your name sounds familiar. And your face. Have we met before?
I think I would remember. So I suppose the answer is no.
That's odd. I'm certain I've already heard of you. My name is Pericles Baker. Does that mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not, sir. But it's a pleasure to meet you anyway.
The pleasure is mine, I guess. I only wish I could remember when it was that we met.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
I've heard this is a man who has searched for his place in the world for a long time. I hope he found it.
We'll see about that.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Baker. What are you doing out here in the middle of the night?
We are waiting. Waiting for someone.
And why are you waiting for this person?
Because we need to leave this city. As soon as possible.
Why do you want to leave the city?
I'm not really sure.
Can you tell me anything about this district?
As you like asking questions so much, would you allow me to ask you one first?
Go ahead.
Please, be my guest.
Do you like this city?
I know we are not living in the most peaceful of times, but I have learned to appreciate London's complexity.
Yes, me too. This city tests us. It invites us to find ourselves, to discover our true nature, scattered throughout its dark streets.
That's
But
one
what
way
if we
to
don't
put it.
like what we find?
Do we ever know who we are? I wonder sometimes. Or maybe it is the journey to find out who we are that changes us.
Not what I want to press.
And what do you do, sir? For a living, that is.
I stopped working when I decided to leave. When I realized what I wanted. Wanted something this city can't provide.
But what were you doing before you took this decision?
Does it really matter anymore? Considering the past seems so pointless to me. I have lived in this city all my life. And now I think it's over.
Tell me more about why you want to leave London, then.
I just don't belong here anymore. I had to convince my brother to leave London because I know we need to find another life. out of the city.
What did you two do? You two are being very suspicious.
Pericles, tell me why your brother disagrees with your presence here.
Agamemnon is naive sometimes. Although don't consider him a fool, sir. He is often more lucid than me.
At least you both have the same difficulty explaining what you're doing, and for what reason.
But is that not a common problem for all mortals?
What can you tell me about your brother?
If you are searching for a pleasant chat, you should speak with him instead of wasting your time with me. He has always been the more gentle of us.
That's it? That's all you can tell me about him?
For the time being, true kindness is the most valuable quality, my good sir.
Alright.
Who are you waiting for? I'm sure he has a name.
I really can't answer that question, since I don't know that person.
And why is that?
This person is mostly my brother's acquaintance. I don't even know his real name. Only that this man could help us leave this city once and for all.
But why would you need this person's help to leave London anyway?
Well, I thought we should have left this cursed place already, but my brother convinced me to stay a while longer, and here we are.
Contradictory stories we're getting. Alright. Wait, no dialogues?
Goodbye for now.
Well, I'm sure we'll talk to them later. An odd bunch they are. What they are. Alright, I spoke to Charles. Is there any way to get to... She asked me... Wait. Ow. I guess I need to wait for the mother. I'm guessing. Yes, okay.
Be careful, Carol. You're wasting good food here.
Yes, Mother.
I said be careful, child.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Sorry, sweetheart. Mummy has been so clumsy again.
No, that's okay. It won't bleed for long.
You're so pale. Are you feeling sick? Do you need to see a doctor?
No, I'm fine. I already saw the doctor last week.
Don't be silly. You must see a doctor. Just don't tell him how clumsy your mummy is, all right? I love you so much, my baby.
I love you too, Mother.
What the fuck? I have questions. I have several questions. Hello. Do you want to talk about this? You seem to have anger management issues.
Good evening. Tell me, Carolyn, do you often wound or hurt your daughter by mistake?
No. I always thought it was Carol's clumsiness that caused these incidents. Maybe it's a family trait, Doctor.
You really believe it's just bad luck and being clumsy, then?
Of course, Doctor. What else could it be? I have nothing to hide.
I'm sorry,
Goodbye.
Can't I...
It's locked, all right.
Well, she said she wants... Well, I can't because you're not letting me go speak with your daughter. Oh, so you two can move. That's amazing. Oh, hello. Here's a door. I mean, I've seen worse places, I suppose. Yeah, not now. There's a beautiful bed. Is this thing? All right. to meet everyone in this district then. No, we are missing one person. And one person is sick, but I have no idea how to get to. Not where I'm meant to be. I want to go out the other door. Alright, how do... where is his mansion exactly?
Survive the epidemic, but I see terrible trials awaiting in the future.
Crime of lost knowledge. Vampires are dangerous, deadly, vicious sometimes. This is a fact and I won't deny it. And that's precisely why we must understand what they are, sometimes who they are, in order to achieve a better mutual understanding. Do you remember the interview with Titus Flavius Josephus, conducted by one of us in 1548 when he finally encountered the creature in Spain? Do you remember how each of the very carefully chosen words expressed by this vampire warmed our heart each time we read them? They were all extraordinary windows to a past of which we only have glimpses. Well, Titus Flavius Josephus is no more, since the Vatican's hunters destroyed him a few weeks ago, and with him vanishes unearthed treasures of knowledge about the pillars of our civilization. This is a crime probably as heartbreaking as the killing of an innocent life by a vampire. Exactly why the path of God of Pruin is a criminal and is as criminal as it is barren, for each time they successfully conduct one of the methodical hunts on the old vampires of England, instead of carefully and respectfully approaching them, they destroy a part of our common roots, the immortals. They wipe an opportunity. The concept of great hunt is a crime for it blindly kills words and thoughts. For drinking the fountain of knowledge by Usher Taltree, primate of the St. Paul. So you must be a part.
Jonathan Reed. At last we meet. The cards warned me you would visit tonight.
I beg your pardon, sir. Do I know you?
Of course you do. Our mutual friend, Dr. Swansea, can't speak highly enough of you. My name is Usher. Usher Talltree.
You are the leader of the Brotherhood, are you?
Oh, wow.
Primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, to be precise. I'm really glad we met tonight. I love it when the cards tell me a truth.
The cards told you to expect me.
Yes, they can tell me everything. They told me that you have not taken another life since your poor sister died.
Hey. Is there anything you could tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Aloysius Dawson. Yes, of course. We met on several occasions. With time, he got deeper and deeper into the occult.
He's not the only one. It's been quite the fashion for several decades. The Golden Dawn, for instance, is just one example.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Then his thirst for dark knowledge grew. I'm talking forbidden texts, readings which blackened his heart.
Can you read the cards for me?
Are you sure you want to know what they will reveal?
Yes, please.
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 150 shillings.
Perhaps later.
Motherfucker.
What can you tell me about the neighborhood?
I really don't know. I don't often go outside. And when I do, it's usually to quite distant destinations.
So you see nothing in the stars for me? You're a poor fortune teller, then?
Oh, I can tell you many things. But they will only concern you, not the city. For example, I know that you offered your sister the final rest she asked for.
Do the cards speak of my Mary?
No. It's the burning aura of guilt that precedes you everywhere you go.
Read my fortune, then.
You have been chosen, Jonathan. I see on you the mark of a strong being, so powerful it needn't even reveal its strength.
Fascinating.
Tell me about yourself. What do you do here, besides turning cards in the middle of the night?
I'm for most a charlatan. For a few, I'm a vampire. And for you, I'm the primate of St. Paul's Stole.
Some believe you to be a vampire. Who?
The guard of Priwen, who else? For a time, they sent spies to observe my activities, and they even broke into my home to gather proof.
Did they steal anything from you?
A personal notebook they quickly took to their headquarters. All they had to do is to look at me. I'm aging. What better and definite proof that I'm not an immortal?
Do you want your notebook back?
If you ever find it, I'd be glad to have it back, of course. I do ask one thing, though. Do not read it, Jonathan. Some secrets are not meant to be revealed, even to immortals.
Oh, I'm going to read it
For
now.
how long have you been a primate?
It was 15 years last year.
What do you make of Dr. Swansea?
Edgar is a brilliant and dedicated man. A man of his time, sometimes a little muddled, but always looking for new paths and new concepts.
How do you measure the amount of blood on my hands?
I told you. The cards always tell the truth. Well, most of the time.
Is it possible to tell me my future?
A vampire's fate is much more delicate to read, Doctor.
For 150 shillings.
All right. Let me hear it.
You're on a path to redemption, Jonathan. But be careful. One single trip and you'll fall.
That doesn't sound promising.
Take this, young Ekon, as a personal reward for your strong will.
Can you give me 150 shillings?
Keep following the right path and you'll reach safety.
Old blood.
I would rather not know. How did you learn about Mary? And spare me the hocus-pocus parlor tricks. The truth, now!
Swansea told me. Don't look at me like that. His task is to observe and gather information about vampires. He had to tell me about Mary.
She could have survived as a vampire. If only she had given me a chance to explain. If only I could have found the words.
Not all vampires accept their new condition. Since suicide is impossible, you have to find a way to get someone else to relieve the pain.
I could have saved her.
No, Jonathan.
May I ask you about the Brotherhood?
Of course. But I must warn you that there are some subjects we consider taboo, in spite of our fondness and acceptance of your kind.
I know there is no love lost between the Guard of Priwen and the Brotherhood. What caused this rift?
It was 1801. The Brotherhood was stronger then, a strength that made them hungry for ever greater power. An argument divided them, and the wound never healed.
What was the nature of the disagreement?
The problem was that both sides considered themselves the legitimate heirs of the original Brotherhood. We divide up the books, the relics, not always fairly or with consideration.
Who founded the Brotherhood?
That's precisely the kind of question I cannot answer. It is delicate, and may reveal some of our secret traditions.
So you're not just a club of academics and scholars?
Once upon a time, very long ago, the Brotherhood did more than simply study the vampires. They took actions to eliminate the more ferocious and corrupted.
Fascinating. Alright, I will be back with you later, and I have more money.
Until we meet again.
I rarely wander, yet it amuses me to converse with your kind.
Thank you.
Never lie, but they are never easy to read.
What are these pressure plates here for? I feel like there's a code. Give me a second, I'm gonna fuck around with this for a bit. Funny game of go fuck yourself. go. Quick and easy. Right, let's go like this. Because this is the only area I haven't checked. That's the thing. So I'm thinking it might be here somewhere. I hope. Is this his mansion? Yep, this must be it. Alright. I'm gonna have a quick look around then. If I find anything interesting, I will cut to it, but if not, just gonna quickly run through this area. Alright, I think we're about ready to enter the mansion. I wanted to end the episode around here, but honestly, I feel like that cliffhanger would be a bit too rough, and I'm already 2 hours in, so might as well. And here
Dawson's
we are.
mansion. Here I am at last. But the question...
I'll quickly read this. According to Elizabeth, I should not accept to make Lucius Dawson a vampire, for the man has been a heartless tyrant all his life, and nothing good could come from him obtaining immortality. But I am an Ascalon member now, and I have sworn to obey Lord Redgrave. I really don't know what to do.
It remains. Am I ready to make a dying man my progeny?
This doesn't accent, does it? Oh, there he is. So I'm gonna ignore that area of the house for now. Make sure I ravage this house. Any misplaced belongings, I like to say these days. Maybe a note or two. No. Yeah, that's quite an immaculate house. Very pretty. Dream of the simple man to want to live in a house like this. So much space to yourself. Newspaper article. Execution of John Francis Sparrow. John Francis Sparrow, 21, has been hung this morning in the prison of Pentonville. Mr. Sparrow was sentenced to death after being found guilty of the murder of his sister Alexandra Sparrow. Until the end, the man claimed he was innocent. No formal proof of his presence at the crime scene was ever brought to the court. He has been sentenced to death and executed anyway. Scotland Yard refused to end the case despite the many holes in the chain of events. It ended with the death of Miss Sparrow. Charles Albright, who conducted the inquiry for Scotland Yard, refused to answer any of our questions, but 3 weeks ago he was demoted without any official explanation. What strange way to reward an efficient inquiry.
Reduced in rank for falsely accusing a man of murder. I wonder what Inspector Albright thinks about his punishment.
Probably not satisfied with it. That I can tell you for sure. Something to hit the upper floor. So you guys don't mind. I've been going for 2 hours anyways.
It's
even though I would have preferred not to go 2 hours. But you know, I wanted to get this quest done, and then we got to meet people the rest of the West End, and that just kind of escalated into being this big mess of an episode. But I'm enjoying myself, so that's all that matters. Okay, I am gonna try to avoid them to my best potential.
It's
about to die anyway, so... Well, it's time.
Finally you're here, Dr. Reed. What took you so long?
I had to pass several of your barricades and outposts to access your mansion, sir.
Death, pestilence surround us, and time is against me.
I see you've gathered some of the most expensive, albeit experimental, blood transfusion equipment available. All this could be so useful in a hospital.
Yes. Since Lord Redgrave sent me a doctor to perform my conversion, I thought you might find some of these devices useful.
Most thoughtful. But tonight, I'm not here as a physician.
But I feel reassured that a specialist such as yourself would help me to escape the Reaper.
Very well. But before I proceed, I have a few questions for you.
If you must, but be quick, for I don't have much time left in this life.
First of all, I need to be sure that you know exactly what is going to happen to you, sir.
I can assure you I'm as informed as any man can be. I have planned for this moment, Dr. Reed. Planned very carefully.
Sir, I'm going to end your life. Do you not wish to discuss the procedure for even a minute?
I don't have a minute to indulge in idle chatter. I can't feel my legs. And the cold. So cold.
I will become your maker. Do you understand what that means?
Well, I certainly won't consider you my liege, or some such drivel. You can be assured of that.
You'll need to feed on warm blood. Blood from mortals. How do you feel about that?
I'm rich, Dr. Reed, and powerful. I'm sure I'll be able to acquire all the blood I need without ever having to sully my own hands.
What do you know about the Guard of Priwen?
What I do know is that I'll crush anyone or anything that would dare to oppose me.
Let's move on then.
Please, I'm cold and tired. I feel my life waning with every moment.
But first, before you embrace immortality, what would you do with such a gift?
That's a rather impertinent question, Dr. Reed. And I will do as I please.
Answer me all the same.
Oh no.
What will your first action be as an immortal?
To save London.
I'm so sorry about that.
I will finance the most efficient quarantine ever seen. I will build a wall that will separate the sick boroughs from the healthy ones.
Who gave you the right to decide the fate of thousands of people?
My money. My money and my pending immortality gives me the needed authority, Doctor. I'm a businessman. I'm used to tough decisions.
You really plan to build a quarantine wall across London?
Yes, it will be tall and strong, separating the wheat from the chaff.
By doing so, you will also create 2 separate prisons.
Come, sir. An eminent doctor like yourself knows that such radical measures have proved efficient in the past.
Let me guess. You mean to isolate the rich from the poor?
This is a desperate measure for desperate times. England must prevail, Doctor, no matter the cost.
Quarantine is not a bad idea, medically speaking. But I'm convinced this epidemic will not be contained by mere walls.
As long as the right people are on the right side of the wall, that's all that matters.
But you can't guarantee infection will not spread. Just one contagious carrier would be enough to create an apocalypse.
The apocalypse is already knocking at the gate. We must be strong now.
What if a new outbreak happens inside your walls? You'll have created a giant trap.
That won't happen. As long as we dispose of anyone that is contaminated as soon as they are spotted.
Man.
I've heard enough. It's time to proceed.
At last. All right, do what you have to do. If it hurts, so be it. I've been preparing such a long time for this.
Dorothy 2.0, here I come.
Listen to me, Aloysius Dawson. You will forget your fear of dying, for it has poisoned your mind and made you bitter and ruthless since the death of your twin brother.
You don't understand. Death is oblivion, the eternal void. I know there's nothing there. I saw it in Robert's empty eyes. I saw myself in that coffin.
Death is painful for those who remain, not for those who have passed. All that occult gibberish you filled your head with has made you forget this simple truth.
No! Death will not claim me. I have the power and the money. I've acquired the arcane knowledge needed. I believe there is magic, there are dark forces. You will provide me my extension.
Your ignorance makes you a fool. You have no idea. Look at me. Hunted like a beast, my family lost, cursed. I have not escaped death, I have become it.
No, there must be a way. I don't want to go like my brother did. I have money, lots of money.
Money won't ease your mind. I know you used to be a good and generous man. So I offer you the gift of peace, Aloysius. The tranquility of a true death.
I accept your offer. And I understand. No more fear, I will die a man of dignity. And a man at peace.
It's locked, all right.
That is a beautiful backdrop, I suppose. Yeah. Anyways, we will find out in the next episode if I made a mistake or not. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Excuse the longer episode, but had to be done. Leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, tell me in the comments down below if you thought. I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye!